We will go to Digital Picture Editor of the Year individual. There should be 7. Now, let me give you a little warning that I didn't realize until yesterday. This category can have legs on it, so they can enter up to 10 links. So it really depends on how they entered it. So like this one has 10 links attached to this one entry. So the good news is you have seen probably a lot of this work. So it may go quickly. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is entry number 1, and it's from the Washington Post. And Zach, can we get a reading of this, please?
Of course you can.
Thank you,
Let me
sir.
pull that right up. Woo! Alrighty.
Right. Dig deep, Zach. Dig deep.
Heck yeah. Remind me, this is Picture Editor of the Year individual?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Best use of photography from a single editor. Please include entries that represent 3 or more months out of the calendar year. There's a maximum of 10 URLs.
All right. So this is a Washington Post photo editor. Has 10 URLs. So this is one part. This is 1/10 of the entry.
I'm here. I'm just turning my screen off.
No worries. At this point, do what you need. All right, this is the second part of that entry. Zach, can you do the honors of the titles?
Of course. With its leader in jail, this city cowered to his will.
All right, this is link number 3, third part of the story as well.
As Mexico's security deteriorates, the power of the military grows.
All right, link number 4 to the same entry. This is Washington Post 2020 year-end photos. Have you guys seen this one?
No.
Okay.
Haven't.
No.
All right. Next link, please.
Is this all the same person?
All the same person. Yep. Okay, so we've seen the love story, so we can go to the next one. What is this one? Empty Streets and Disrupted Lives, A World in the Wake of Coronavirus. Have you guys seen this one? I don't think so. Have you? No. Okay. Let's go. All right. The coronavirus keeps most London theaters dark while performers stock grocery shelves. Sorry, Zach, I took your job there. I'm sorry about that.
No worries, it's okay.
All right, this is URL 6, I think. Zach, you're up.
Through the eyes of women, these photographers have created a visual journal of their lives during the pandemic.
Denise, how many are in this category?
So each entry can have up to 10 links of work. Some you've seen, some you haven't.
Mhm. But how many?
Oh,
How-
how many total? I'm sorry.
There's 7. I'm pretty sure.
7. Yes,
Oh,
thank
I
you.
thought you said 37 and I was like, what?
So did I. Was
I would have
like,
left you guys like, all right,
I would have
let me
died.
know.
Yeah.
Let me know how it shakes out. 'Cause, all right. URL number 9.
4-star quarantine. At a Milan hotel, guests don't get room keys.
Okay, the last one of this entry.
Reading Canada's coronavirus outbreak in the faces of Toronto citizens.
Oogie. Entry number 2, please.
If it's okay, I'm gonna close out some of these tabs so the internet doesn't get slow.
Yeah, that's great. Just leave the first tab open and that way we'll be able to keep count. Trount. I don't even know what a trount is. Okay, yeah, that works. Let me tell you, I have to do an 8:15 morning meeting tomorrow. That's gonna be hilarious. But we can do this. We can do this. Okay, this is New York Times.
Joe Biden began the year in the midst of a crowded primary.
We saw that.
All right, we saw
So this
this.
is, yeah.
Yay.
Yep. Next link. See, I said there was gonna be some good things here.
We saw this one.
Yep, we saw this one.
Oh, yeah.
We did. Look at this, cooking with grease, a little seasoning, some sesame. Okay, what's next? Okay, we've seen this.
Yes.
Yep.
Keep them coming.
Yes. Okay.
How
have
we
you
got
guys-
to Super Tuesday. 6 campaigns and photos. The Phantom Limb Democratic Convention. Milwaukee is the titular site of the Democratic National Convention, defined less by what is happening inside the Wisconsin Senate than what is not.
Thank you, sir. Alrighty. Next link, please. We are on link number 6.
Wisconsin lines up to vote. How long did they wait?
Alrighty then. We are at link number 7. URL, URL, however you want to call it.
What will it take to vote in Milwaukee? The coronavirus has added strain to Wisconsin voters already facing challenges to ballot access.
Oh, we saw this.
Alrighty then.
We did see this.
Yep, let's move on.
I think we saw this suburbs too. Yeah.
Suburbs that are stressed out. I believe you guys did see this in another category.
Yep.
Okay, good. Oh no, computer is slowing down. Early voters, have you guys seen this one?
No.
Okay, let's roll. Zach, you're
I
up.
didn't want to wait. Oh, I didn't want to wait. They're the truly early voters.
I really appreciate that you still have excitement in your voice. That's really nice.
We should consider being a commentator.
Just the joy of being a young college student.
Alrighty. And the last link of this entry is New York Times editor.
Photos from Election Day 2020. More than 50 photographers from the New York Times are capturing the final day of voting across America.
I think we saw this.
You guys saw this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, 50 states.
Okay.
Pardon me, 50 photographers.
All right. So that's entry number 2. Morgan, if you want to close some windows, look at you, just ahead of the game. Morgan, your driving skills are superb. Thank you. Appreciate the driving ability. All right. Entry number 3 is from Washington Post, Road to Recovery. I don't know if you guys have seen this.
24 hours in the life of American workers.
All right.
The coronavirus pandemic and the voices of those who lived it. Glimpses into the lives that were changing by the COVID-19 outbreak. Last night at the drive-in.
Thank you.
Finding the words to describe this time feels hopelessly overwhelming, which is probably why I find shelter behind the camera. A sense of adventure, a respite from the world.
Okay.
A familiar landscape, now strange and emptied by the virus as seen from above.
Alrighty. We are on URL number 6 for this entry, which is the third entry.
Photos from 12 days of protests that continue to shake the nation.
Well,
All right. Our next entry from that, I'm sorry, our next link from that entry. This is link number 9. We've seen it, 96 hours, 96 anxious hours. Let's see here. Going It Alone in Two of America's Agricultural Towns. Have you guys seen this? I'm not sure if you have, if it was you
I don't
guys
think
or.
so.
Okay, let's look. All right, where are we? We are in the, is it the last link or did we just do the last link?
We did the last link.
Okay, great. Entry number 4 coming up. Morgan's gonna close a few windows. Ugh. All right, New York Times. It's number 4.
This is the bleak heart of the world's deadliest coronavirus outbreak.
Have you guys seen the Italian story yet? I don't think so.
No.
Okay. All righty. Link number 2 for this entry. We've seen this. Let's go to link number 3. We have also seen this. Link number 4. I believe we've seen this. This was today, right?
We saw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Track of today's. We did see this. Next link, please. Link number 5. The Great Empty. I'm not sure if you guys saw this or if I saw this yesterday. Have you guys seen this?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Nope. I have seen it, but maybe not here.
Okay, let's roll with it. Zach, when you see a headline, go for it.
Yes, ma'am.
I may have missed it. I'm not certain. Oh, there it is. There you go.
The Great Empty, photographs by the New York Times.
That was perfection. Thank you, sir. Just a programming note, Nikki has to leave at around 10. So thank you so much, Nikki. We appreciate your participation. We know you are on your way to do some great work. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It was so great seeing all this beautiful work and getting to meet all of you guys and hang for a bit. Beautiful stuff.
Nice to meet you, Nikki.
Do. Whole team.
Hi, Nikki. Have a good trip.
Thank you. See you soon.
All right, for sure.
Just for the record, I like this photo editor's work.
Okay. And that, for the record, this is number 4,
Yeah, just to
just as a special note.
read it up or something. Just making my comments early.
All right. I appreciate the early commentary.
I'm with you, Suzette.
Who said that?
Hey, Mei Ying. Hello.
Mei Ying. Okay, great. All right. We're in URL number 7. I'm also making notes. Zach, hit it.
When COVID-19 hit, many elderly were left to die.
Where would we see who the photographers were?
On this project,
Yeah. Is it
I
by the listed or is
was
it?
it by the top?
Oh, yeah, don't worry. Don't.
Let's see. Mauricio Lima.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Next link. All right. We've seen this. Let's move on to entry number 5. This is also a New York Times photographer. So right now we've got 3 New York Times and 2 Washington Post. Okay, we've seen it. This is transit workers. Seen that? Good. I don't think we've seen this. Zach?
NYC cut 40,000 youth jobs when they were needed most. I wasn't doing this for video games, said one participant in the summer youth employment program. His budget was slashed because of the pandemic. For those who didn't get a slot, it was yet another letdown in an uncertain year.
All right, next link, please. Zach?
As winter turned to spring, the coronavirus hit a corner of Queens harder than almost or anywhere else in the United States. $1.5 million New Yorkers can't afford food. Pantries are their lifeline. Tens of thousands of New Yorkers have shown up at the city's food bank since the pandemic began. People who were already going to pantries have grown more reliant on them, but there is relief and hope when they are at home cooking.
Alrighty. URL number 8, I think.
No papers, no job. The new street vendors of Queens.
All right. I think, was that the last? Oh, no, one more.
A luxury dish is banned and a rural country reels. The ban protects animals and slaps wealthy gourmets. But upstate, hundreds of low-wage immigrant laborers are bracing for the impact.
All right. This is entry number 6 of 7, and this is from Washington Post.
Six portraits from a year defined by loss, almost like a ghost.
Okay, this is 3 or 4. I can't remember.
Pandemic politics. From Capitol Hill to Lafayette Square, this photographer spent months documenting DC politics in the age of COVID.
Okay, link number 3. We've seen this. Fantastic. Link number 4. We've seen this. Yep, moseying right along. Link number, I don't even know. Overwhelmed. Have you guys seen this?
I don't think so.
Okay, let's take a look.
Overwhelmed. COVID patients are treated in parking lots, hallways, and lobbies of the California hospital that, like the nation, is struggling to keep pace with the pandemic.
All right, URL number, I don't even know. Let's go for number 6.
Born with 2 strikes, how systemic racism shaped Floyd's life and hobbled his ambition.
Just for context, this is a multi-part series. All right.
Trump sent agents to quell unrest, but protest is what Portland does best.
Okie doke. Next, URL number 8.
Western wildfires, blazes fueled by climate change engulf vast region in crisis. Here are just 11 of the wildfires burning in Washington State, Oregon, and California.
I think we saw this already.
Yeah.
All right, let's mosey on. I don't even know if they still use Mosey anymore. URL number 9.
I say Mosey all the time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I feel heard.
I moseyed over to say that.
Climate solutions, the audacious effort to reforest the planet.
Alrighty then, last URL for this.
For now, the city sleeps. A look inside New York's coronavirus shutdown.
Alrighty then. I think we are on the last entry of this category, which just as a reminder is Photo Editor of the Year individual. And so far it's a battle between Washington Post and the New York Times. Let's see if we have another contender, shall we? All right, the last contender is from the Wall Street Journal. Okay, let's get interesting. Let's make it interesting. I don't think
Alex, oh, go ahead, sorry.
no, I don't think we've seen this. Go ahead.
Alexei Navalny supporters probe how the Russian opposition leader was poisoned. Teams scoured his hotel room and found a water bottle they say has traces of Novichok, a nerve agent.
Alrighty then. URL number 2.
Iran has suffered the double blow of a public health emergency and deepening economic pain, sending many, like a name that I will not butcher, a single mother living in Tehran, into crisis.
All right. Okay, we've seen this one. Let's go to the next link. Okay.
Afghanistan braces for the worst as U.S. troop withdrawal accelerates. Taliban gloat, government loses grip amid wave of violence. If the Americans leave, a big tragedy will happen.
Alrighty, next link, please.
How Pfizer partner BioNTech became a leader in coronavirus vaccine race. Small German biotech was a niche player in futuristic cancer treatment, then pivoted when COVID-19 broke out in China.
Okay, URL number 6 of entry number 7.
From Brooklyn to Beijing, portraits of isolation during the coronavirus.
Alrighty, next link, please.
A rainforest, Maya ruins, and the fight over a tourist train. America's longest war, a visual history of 18 years in Afghanistan. U.S. forces are set to draw among questions over whether the current peace will hold.
Okay. Last link. No. Yeah. Almost last link. Link number 9.
Anger, fear, and sorrow consume Armenians leaving land returned to Azerbaijan. Some residents burn their homes and chop down trees as they flee. We can't live with the Israelis.
Did we see this one?
I don't think so.
Okay. I think I'm confusing today and yesterday. All right. And last link of this entry and category.
Oh,
Swarms of locusts destroy huge swaths of farmland in East Africa, pardon me. Plague sweeps across more than 10 nations, putting some 20 million in Africa at risk of starvation.
All righty then. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the choosing portion of this program. We've got 3 Washington Post editors and 3 New York Times editors. Both Suzette and Mei Ying have said they like the way the New York Times editor in the 4th entry edits. Any more commentary on, let's start with the first one, the first Washington Post editor. Suzette is unable to comment. So Mei Ying, Susan, and Daryl, it's kind of up to you. Do they stay or do they go? And right now you have 7, so you can have up to 6.
I would keep.
Okay, Daryl?
7 contestants.
Correct. This is number 1.
God, I can't remember.
This is the Mexico story, the violence in Mexico story.
Can we just quickly just go down?
Really quickly.
Like
Sure.
struggling here.
No.
Yeah, keep going. Just faster. Just slide through.
Yeah, like lightning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say no.
Yeah, I have nah in my notes. I have 1 nah.
Okay, so that's 2 no's and 1 yes, so that goes. The second one is New York Times editor. That had the politics stories, the Joe Biden, the Trump,
So-
2020.
How many are we supposed to choose?
You can have up to 6.
Can we just choose one?
Six stories or six editors?
You can have up to 6 editors.
How do we know? Just, okay.
So I think,
So
can we start by like just picking the one we like the most? I think
yeah, let's start there. Which
Or-
one?
4, I think we agree is.
Or, yes.
4. Okay, and that was the New York Times editor.
And the best of story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they also had the Amazon, right?
And
Yeah.
Phones,
Yes.
Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
cool.
that's one.
Okay, and then what else do you guys have right away?
Right away, I actually feel like that New York Times one that we were about to look at, I think that I would kick that out of contention completely. I thought they were really not tight in the way that they edited. They were the ones that did the Biden 2020 and the Trump 2020, like super
Mhm.
Yeah.
edit.
Yeah.
Iowa.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just felt like it was not tight.
It was in
So-
all
I
politics.
agree. Agreed.
So is that out?
Yep.
All right. What about the third Washington Post person?
Yeah, can we look at that? Is that the
Yeah.
one before Wall Street Journal?
Yeah, no. That's the one before the New York Times one you like. The next one after this one. So close. Yeah. So that one right there. Wait, nope.
New York Times.
So I might be confused at this point. The first Washington Post editor is gone. The first New York Times editor is gone. I'm looking for entry number 3, which is Washington Post.
This was the second one.
Yeah, it's the second Washington Post editor.
Post editor. I don't think I picked this one.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
I was a little on the fence about this editor. They also did the drive-ins, the drone stuff, 96 hours. Yeah, I was kind of on the fence about them. I could take or leave.
Daryl, you say no?
I didn't realize this was the 96 hours one, but
You can let it ride, or you can award all. There's 5 left.
Actually, I would say I'm probably in an honorable mention category because I do feel like there were some interesting ideas. I do wish that the editing was a little stronger and tighter.
Okay, that's 1 for honorable mention.
I
Yep.
think it's interesting that we never talk about the photographers.
Well, let's. You want to bring
No,
it?
no, it's too big.
Okay.
It's just that.
How do you feel about this editor? Is it honorable mention? And does it place?
For me, none of these stories are that compelling.
So is that an out for you,
For me, it's an out.
Daryl?
I mean, that's how I kind of felt about all this stuff. Honestly, the only thing that really stood out was that one Times piece. So I would be cool with just having that editor and then the rest be honorable mention.
Okay, so let's not kill it. Let's move it to the side because Mei Ying says yes as an honorable mention. So does Daryl. We've got the New York Times editor that was in the 4th position as the one right now. And then there's a second New York Times editor that was responsible for the Sounds of New York, of Our Imagination. How did you guys feel about this editor?
I thought they had some good stuff. I liked the poem for New York, and this one that we're looking at here.
Mhm.
I liked Transit. But some of the other ones were not as compelling for me. The street vendors, pantries, youth jobs.
Oh, yeah.
This is a honorable mention.
Okay, are people comfortable with that?
Mhm.
I would agree.
All right, let's slide it. We have another Washington Post editor. Is this the one that did George Floyd? No. Or is this the one that
Yeah.
did the George
Yeah.
Floyd?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so this was a part, they did the George Floyd package. And some other things in here. Well, they did part of the George Floyd package, it looks like.
I think we need to have a Washington Post editor.
But what about I mean, do we need to have it just because it's Washington Post, or what are we basing that off of?
Well, it's been they've been going neck and neck all night. It seems right to have an editor from each publication.
But is this one better than the other one? I mean, we've got two still in the running. You're saying the other one is honorable mention. Does this one place, or is it honorable mention?
I like this one, I think, more than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
As a placement?
I think it's honorable mention. I really think New York Times is ahead of the field in this category. Just like
I would consider placing them unless, and kind of be on the fence a little bit. Like, I mean, I could do honorable mention as well. I just think that I liked what they did with the comparison of like normal life to protest gear portraits in Portland. I also liked, they're also the ones that did the fires, the comparison of the 11 fires.
This one here, this second Washington Post one.
Yeah.
So Times 1, and then this one 2, and then honorable mention.
Where does the Wall Street Journal fit in that? There's some interesting.
I think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
the Wall Street Journal.
Is it out?
I think
Is it out or honorable? Is it worth a mention?
Yeah, I'd be okay taking it out. This story isn't great.
Yeah, I'm okay taking it out too.
2 outs.
Yeah.
Was that a head nod, Mei?
Out.
Yep, out. Okay, so we've got New York Times, Washington Post is 1 and 2.
But I mean, I would be okay. I feel like I was the only one that felt like the Washington Post one should be up in placing. So if you guys feel strongly that it should be honorable mention, I'm all right with that too.
Susan, Daryl?
I think we can place it, and then they each get an honorable mention.
They each get a place and they each get an honorable mention. They've done a hell of a job all year. It really is true.
Okay.
I mean, it's been.
All right, we'll take that. Mackenzie, Zach, Morgan, I don't know who's writing down scores. It's the New York Times editor. And then the Washington Post editor. And then honorable mention for the other New York Times and Washington Post person.
So the New York Times one was it was
Amazon and.
Yeah.
Which ones were honorable mentions? Did you say there was 3 or just that one New York Times?
Two honorable mentions.
What was the second one?
So the Sounds of New York City was one, that editor who did that, and then the editor who did 24 Hours in the Life of American Workers, it looks like. And they also had one section of the George Floyd story. There's a really in-depth Washington Post George Floyd. It could almost be a book. So it looks like they had a chapter in that.
No, that was the second. That was the one that we placed second.
Is that the second one? Okay.
Yeah.
I might be getting them confused.
Yeah.
Somebody help me.
Totally.
So this one, the New York City of Our Imagination is honorable, right?
Right.
Okay,
And
can you click on that Washington Post that's in the 4th seat right now? No, the other one. This one. This
So
is
that's
also honorable, yeah.